All right. It is August 6th, 2016. This is getting a little bit of assistance. As you can see, it's just your basic standard thing. I have basically given up on doing it the old-fashioned way. I bought one of these little jobbers. And basically what you get, this, it tells you it's for Honda JS600. A little sticker, you get the instructions, which are nothing more than the manufacturer's suggested way that it can be installed. You get this little jobber. Here's your friction ring. This is a friction ring. It actually fits right down inside there. Now this little lip is supposed to come in contact. This little lip right here is supposed to come in contact with the inner tube on here. Now this unit is not exactly OEM. Somebody put these on after they bought the bike, but as you can see, what you also get is this. It's a reverse threaded thing. It just kind of comes out. See, it's kind of straightforward, simple type of thing. And on the inside, you've got, or up here, you got a little Allen screw that basically puts a little pressure on these threads. Look, all it is hollowed out. Oh, now I can't get it back on. Yeah! Let's put it back on the right way. Alright, so what I gotta do is I gotta get this little bugger off. And I'm gonna try to do this. Just the basics. That won't work. Let's see. Is that one big enough? Sure looks like it. Sure looks like it. Good. Now when I first got the bike, this thing was always loosening, so I may have put a little bit of goo on it. And it's still there. So that's the end weight for this side. That's all this is just an end weight. Now, you see how this thing has a lip around it? Now, look what's inside of here. See that tube? That's what this comes in contact with, is that tube. And it does pretty good. Want to lose the contact. All right. Still nice and loose. Excellent. Make sure that's on there nice and tight. Might have to get some paint or some Sharpie over that. As you can see, it's been outside for a while. Now, what happens is you just kind of roll this back. Okay, you roll this back and you just kind of hold it like that. Now this can still roll forward, but no matter where you put it, it will hold it. There's wide open throttle. Well, let's give it a little bit more oomph. Wide open throttle. Now if I lock it in like that, I'm going for a ride of a lifetime. As if I don't kill myself. But you release it, you're just going to back it off like that. Alright, now comes this little part. Where is it? It's on there somewhere. There it is. That little... Basically all you have to do is get that in there. Whoops. All it does is put a little bit of pressure on it to hold it into place. There you go. So when you're gonna go for a ride, you just kind of, and it locks it in place. I guess that is right where it's supposed to be, isn't it? And that's how simple one of these cruise control systems are. So now in a lot of the videos I've seen them install these, the Throttle Meister, the Kaoko, like this is the Kaoko one, but I've never seen them do the video on how well it works. So let's do that next. Alright. Alright, this is a test of the Kaoko cruise control, throttle lock type, whatever you want to call it. Goes on in about 5 minutes. Adjusts in a couple seconds. It's a really nice setup, but now I need to find out if the thing is going to be behaving itself. And I know a really great road to try that on. This has reverse threads, so what you do is you take your hand and you basically pull it over. I need to put a little bit more oomph on that. And it kind of maintains that. Now I can see right now that I'm going to have to put a little bit more oomph on that. But right now, there's my throttle hand. I'm holding 50. I'm slowly accelerating because all that is a throttle lock. That's not an actual cruise control where they're monitoring speed, vacuum, and all that kind of stuff. This is a throttle lock. But you can still always back it off a little bit. Like so. Now I'm under power, and as you can see, she's doing her thing. And since the set screw kind of just basically deforms the outer ring, or I should say the rings, the outer ring right here, it deforms the inner part that fits on the threads. And it just kind of makes it flatten out a little bit to give it some tension so it'll hold it in place. But as you can see, I'm holding about, what, 52. Don't do it. And we have a soft bumper in case I can't release it. But this road kind of goes in a downward. As you can see, it goes down. So my speed is increasing. Now, the whole thing is, like I said, it's only a throttle lock. It keeps the throttle at the position you set it at. That's all it does. It's not going to maintain your speed. You still have to maintain your speed. You still have to be in control of the vehicle. Sorry, can't get around that. That's just how it is. Live with it. So I want to slow down a little bit. I just back off the throttle a little. And it slows down. I want to speed up a little bit. I give it a little bit more throttle and it speeds up. All this is basically a friction ring. This has a reverse thread, so when you pull this out this way, it moves out in this manner, hits the friction ring, which hits the sleeve on the throttle, and it holds the thing in place. Fantastic. And there you go. The Kaoko throttle lock cruise control works on aftermarket parts for your bike. Because these are Scott grips. Never heard of them before. But somebody did, and they apparently liked them better than the OEM, so that's what's on the bike. And I never got around to putting OEM back on the bike, so hell, I can live with them. It doesn't bug me at all. But the throttle lock does its thing. It will hold the bike at a decent speed. Cool. Very nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Kaoko Cruise Control. It's not all that technically difficult to install. If at any point in time I get the feeling like I don't want it on there, maybe I'll go after the Throttle Meister. Only reason I didn't go after the Throttle Meister was because of the size of the end pieces. They seem to be a little bit big. And they didn't seem to match up with how I thought it should. So you know how it goes. My money, right? I'm not bashing it. I'm not degrading it for any reason at all. I just liked this one better. Of course, as they say, your mileage may vary. Well, that's all I got for you right now. Lenaway Trekker, out.